Hello and welcome back to my channel, Vintage Nectarine. I'm your host, Lydia, and if you're new here, thanks for stopping by and checking us out. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. Today is another episode of Magical Make. It is a Disney craft challenge that I do with my dear friend Amber over on the Most Magical 5 channel here on YouTube. So if you've been following along with that, you know that so far we've done a Beauty and the Beast inspired challenge, and we've also done a green Disney character inspired challenge. This month we were supposed to do a challenge based off of Sleeping Beauty and the retelling Disney's twisted tale of Once Upon a Dream. Unfortunately, with everything that's going on, I'm sure you also know that Amber and I were unable to finish assembling all of the craft material for each other, and therefore unable to send things to each other to create a craft. So we didn't want to not give that craft the attention and detail that we had originally planned, and so we've just decided to put that one on hold. So instead, this month we thought it would be fun to do kind of a Disney movie night inspired challenge. And so she picked a movie, and her family watched a Disney movie and had crafts and dinner all kind of inspired by that movie. And then she created a craft around the movie. And I did the same thing with my family. So after you're done watching my video, please go on over to Amber's channel and check out her video. I'll leave it linked down below. I'm excited to watch it because I haven't seen what craft project she picked yet. I do know the movie she watched, but I'm not going to tell you because I want it to be a surprise. But for my craft and our video, we decided to watch a Disney classic, and we watched Snow White. I have always loved Snow White. She was always my mom's favorite princess, and so I grew up watching that one and loving the characters and the songs. So I was really excited to do this movie. It was a lot of fun. I had been perusing Pinterest to kind of decide what I wanted to do, because along with doing this challenge, we decided to also put an added element in there of you had to use things that you already had, since you weren't able to go to the craft store to buy new supplies. So we had to use craft items that we already had. So normally when my family does Disney nights, you know, I go to the dollar store and buy tablecloths or stuff that's all like themed around the colors of the movie. And I was like, well, I can't do that this time. So how are we going to make it work? So I was looking at different ideas, and I found this absolutely beautiful kind of enchanted fairy tale inspired wedding table design on Pinterest. And I used that as my inspiration. Then, yeah, I will drop our video right here of our Disney movie night. You'll get to see all of the things I picked for the decorations, the craft projects my kids did, the food that we decided to eat, and then I'll meet you back in just a few minutes to show you their finished crafts as well as the craft that I picked to make for myself. So I'll see you in just a minute. much fun on our Snow White night. It was hysterical sitting in the living room with my kids as we were watching the movie, because each one of them definitely has a dwarf that they like the most, and we were all quoting the lines and giggling at all of the silly things that Dopey does, because Dopey is my oldest daughter's favorite dwarf, and we were kind of chuckling at how similar her personality can be to his sometimes. And she was a total trooper, because we definitely did crafts that were geared more towards little kids, and my oldest is 15, but she still had a really good time. And I think that with, you know, only using supplies we had at our house, we came up with some pretty cute crafts. So each one of them made a paper apple. And so we used toilet paper rolls and red cardstock, and some, two of them used like real leaves that I had from some fake flowers, and then my daughter Jillian used some paper ones, and then sticks from our garden. And I think they all did a great job. Each apple is very different, but they're very cute. And so we're excited to put them out in our schoolroom. They each created their favorite dwarf. So my son made Grumpy. I love his eyebrows. My middle daughter made Doc, and I love that she gave him glasses. And my oldest made Dopey, and you gotta love that she stuck his tongue out. So I thought they turned out really cute. For my craft, I again was perusing Pinterest and trying to come up with an idea for what I wanted to do based on the craft supplies that I had at home. And I found this really cute picture that I used as my inspiration. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that the inspiration for her craft that she made was the story of The Princess and the Pea. And so it's this beautiful box that she decorated, and she made all these pillows, and I was like, I want to do something like that. My kids love making and playing with peg dolls, and so we have a bunch of those. I didn't have felt in the colors that I would have needed, so I decided to paint them to look like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And I was like thinking about the whole idea of having this box, and so I was like, I want to create a little house. So I created the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs cottage and made peg dolls for each one of the characters, and then sewed sweet little pillows for each one of their peg dolls to sleep on. So let me show it to you. Now, this project went many different directions. Originally, I had thought about putting wood on the outside of the box. I even had my husband cut me a whole bunch of sticks and branches and stuff from outside. I just couldn't get it to secure to the box the right way and make it look the way I wanted, so I decided to just paint it instead. Here is the little house, and it does have a front door that opens. And I just hot glued some moss and little wooden pieces all along the edge, painted the front door brown and the window. And then on the inside, I took some scrapbook paper to put wallpaper up, and those same sticks that I had originally planned to put on the outside, I put in the corners. And then on the inside, I put some paper that looked like wood on the floor to make it look like a wooden floor, and then used some more craft paper to make a cute little rug that kind of just sits inside. And then I made the little people. So here is Snow White. And then we have Happy and Doc, Dopey, Bashful, Sneezy, Sleepy, and of course, Grumpy. And then I used a little bit of fabric that I had actually given my middle daughter as part of her Advent packages this year. I asked her if I could use, you know, just a small little piece of fabric from a couple of them, and I sewed 7 little pillows for them to sleep on. So they're all cute and different colors. Most of them kind of pertain to one of the colors that is found on the outfit of the dwarves. And so yeah, my kids are excited to get to play with that. I'll show you guys a kind of a close-up picture of the finished dolls as well as them laying in their house. I was kind of sad because I thought I had larger peg dolls than I did, and so my dwarves are definitely little compared to Snow White, but I still think they're very cute, and the kids really liked how they turned out and are excited to play with them. So there'll be lots of playing going on with that. And I remembered, I used to do Disney movie nights all the time with my kids when they were little. We were kind of preparing to go on our Disney World trip, and I thought it would be a fun way to get them involved. And so we did it for several years. Not every month, but quite a few times throughout the year, kind of leading up to our trip. And we had done a Snow White Disney night. So I'll go ahead and insert some pictures. It was a lot of fun then. It was a lot of fun this time. I'm so glad Amber and I still managed to find a way to do our Magical Makes Craft challenge. And you guys will have to stick around to see what else we come up with. In addition to doing our movie night and making our craft, I've been reading another Disney retelling. This one is Mirror, Mirror. So of course it's the retelling of Snow White. I haven't finished it yet, so I can't give you just yet. But what I've read so far, I am really enjoying, as I have with all of the Disney Twisted Tale retellings. So if you haven't read it, I definitely recommend it. I do believe you can get it on Amazon, and Amazon is still shipping things. So go check it out if you want to. So thank you so much for watching. Please go check out Amber's video. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and I will see you soon for some more craft videos and all the homeschooling DIY things that we get up to. Bye guys.